Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today. Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
And me, Banshee. And
Sunny.
here's Sunny.
Hi, Sunman.
Hey, Mr. Maurice. We'll add you to the list. Good to see you.
Hi, Mr. Maurice.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. Again, we are operating without Violet tonight. She needs a break. She's been doing a lot of stuff. She has to, homeschool a little bit. And also, she was helping the Texas Storm Chasers moderate their chat during their broadcasts, I guess, during the hurricane. So, Violet needs a break. So we're just going to keep the list without her. So bear with us. We do have your question, Lena. We've got everybody's name on the list, I think. If you do not see your name on the list, let us know. Mr. O is posting them. I'm keeping a backup.
Yes,
Hey,
I've just
Gina.
updated the
Hey,
list.
Libra. Hey, everybody. Welcome to newer names I see. Valerie, Drix. I think that's all the new, but welcome. We will have you are on the list as well. We're going to start the show as we always do with a card for the collective, and I like to feature people's oracle decks on there. And today I'm using MJ Culinane's Urban Crow Oracle. I'll need that, but don't bother. And we have some new spooky Lenormand decks today we're going to be using.
Sure, Mama
Hey,
T.
Mama T, we'll throw you at the end for a general. Yeah, I saw you were going to sleep. I didn't have a chance to respond to you. All right. Let me just shuffle these a little better. Sunny makes it ever so much a challenge. And these cards are slippery. Plus, MJ Cullinane added to this deck extra cards. It was kind of an expansion. And it really fills out the deck. Mr. O is making us tea, so I am just going to move forward with this card. Oh, I love this card. It's beautiful. And it's called Acceptance. I particularly like the card because it's in the middle of all those, whatever they're called, fuzzballs, I like to call them, which I used to like to blow and make wishes on. So we have Acceptance, and I'm going to look that up. I forget if that's I think that's part of her expansion deck myself, so I'm going to check. Thing is wielding between through two books here for her.
Feel better, Mama T.
But here it is. The young, abandoned, vulnerable crow was surrounded by birds outside its community. Although new and unfamiliar, it was accepted and found support. Acceptance was included in the expansion pack because I felt we often hold back from presenting our authentic selves or being vulnerable because of a fear of rejection, especially by those whose opinions we value. As humans, we crave acceptance. It makes us feel connected and stable. Ask yourself if you have been biting your tongue, pretending to be someone different, or putting off a significant life shift out of fear your actions will lead to rejection. Acceptance brings stability and support, and losing that can leave us feeling isolated. When acceptance appears in a reading, you may need to consider if you are altering your behavior because you don't want to lose the acceptance of someone you value and respect. If their approval is conditional, you may need to ask yourself if it's worth it to deny your true self. And let me tell you right now, it's never really worth it. Honest. When I think about it, this can apply in so many different areas. There might be those writers who fear, getting published because they're fearing rejection. They don't want to know that their work has been rejected, or, artists the same thing. So they keep their voice and their creations to themselves. And, in the process, we all miss out from that. Be your authentic self. Risk failure. It's how we learn. Risk not being accepted. That's how you know where your true people, your friends, your tribe lies. So by all means, don't be anything but your true authentic self. Hey, Kara.
All right.
And that's what I have for the collective today. All right. Well, we're going to get on with our card readings because, hey, we got a list today. Oh, boy.
So Acel is up first.
Okay. Acel. Yes, Acel is up first. I think our lists jive, Mr. O.
Mm-hmm. Well, I hope so, because...
Because we'll be duking it out.
Here's your tea, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I'll get it.
Because I don't like doing a lot of work for nothing.
Ooh. Right. Oh, that's a hot cup. Thank you, Mr. O. Much appreciated.
You're a hot cup.
I'm a hot cup? Thank you, Mama T. Thank you. I just roll with whatever Mr. O says here. Hey, but today we are using 2 different Lenormands. I just thought I would show you the boxes because they are way cool. I've got the La Santa Muerte Lenormand. And those eyes, those skeletons you see in the eyes there are from the booklet. Fits in there really nicely. Very nice set. And also the other one is called, it's very whimsical and cute and just a little scary, the Shadowland Lenormand.
Nice.
So very nice. All right. Just getting into the Halloween season.
Acel, do we have a question?
Yeah, so go ahead and type your question. Go ahead, Acel. We await you.
Do you want to use a deck or shall I?
I can.
All right.
I'll use this one.
Yes, as Mama Teresa mentioned, my Goth Tarot was on yesterday morning. It's the look into the shadow side issues of your life, so you may want to check that out.
And what's coming out tomorrow, Mr. O?
The Emotional Exchanges, which is on at 7 in the morning, and get the emotional skinny on what's going on in your life.
What's
for
coming
love
out?
and relationships.
And what's coming out on Sunday, Mr. O?
The Material Matters, which is your show.
That's right. And you're not going to show mine? Okay. Hey, Acel, we need... Oh, General Love for 2023. You've got it. All right.
Okay. That's why, because I knew they were going to answer right
My
away.
Material Matters is 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every Sunday, where you'll find out about the financial end of things in your life. Material Matters. Okay. All right. Shuffle and cut. So good to see everybody here. Sonny has flown the coop. He is eating at the moment. Rest assured, he'll be back.
He'll be back.
All right. Okay, so, all right, we've got the King of Pentacles upright. We've got the Four of Pentacles reversed. Wow, hey. And then we have the Empress upright. Something's cooking here. What do you say, Mr. O?
Well, these look really good for the most part. Some of this is just really maybe saying that there could be somebody who really has the qualities of some sense of leadership, but maybe more financial acumen of some sort, just comfort and being able to financially control their lives. And they're in a giving mood. So maybe they're looking at being generous to somebody, that they're coming into focus with, into attention with. Perhaps that's what the Empress is talking about, that this betokens a creative period where maybe, some sort of sense of a relationship. The cards don't play exactly to any kind of strong emotional or passionate love. But in terms of your question, it may be something like that.
Well, I wonder if things aren't opening up a little bit in the 2023 for you as Sal. The Empress just kind of indicates to me that this is like a good environment, a fruitful time perhaps for romances to happen or develop. I could read a lot into that Empress card. Another thing I'd like to think of is, that also you have this King of Pentacles here. This could be somebody that you meet. It could be an earth sign. Oh, no. Stay right there. You're welcome to come back, but stay there. It could be an earth sign. It could be somebody who's a bit more mature, perhaps. Somebody who's already in a career. Could be in business or financial matters. I wonder here when I see that Four of Pentacles, there's a number, like Mr. O read it one way, and I thought about that. It sounds like it's very giving and generous, but also I couldn't help but think to myself that maybe this person is letting something go in their lives. They may have come out of a different committed relationship, not necessarily a marriage, but something where it didn't work and they let somebody go or they were let go. And so now they're looking for somebody else.
Very interesting. We should do the Lenormand.
We should do the Lenormand. Let's see what we get. It'll be mine. Okay. I can't
seem to stop him.
Grab my cards and stop him. I can't do it. Sunny.
Such a tease.
You. All right, let's see what we get with this Lenormand. Yeah.
The birds?
Yep. It's in Spanish, just to throw Mr. O off more. But we both took Spanish in high school. How many years ago was that? In college. I had some college Spanish. El Trebol. The clover.
I was going to say, ¿Cómo se dice annoyed in Espanol?
So we have the clover and the birds, which indicates to me...
Hi, Angel.
Hi, Angel Mary. Which indicates to me that it looks as though, I don't know if you're going to meet this through, people introducing you to somebody, like through some connections. It just seems as though through some connections with others around you, you might get lucky and, meet this person.
It seems like the luck comes maybe through connections of people mentioning people in passing, or people saying, oh, I know so-and-so maybe is interested, blah, blah, blah. So it's sort of like semi-matchmaking, but not exactly. It's more just like people who say, maybe this person might like my friend so-and-so, that kind of thing. So I have a feeling that just getting out into the public a little bit is part of that, getting the opportunity to be introduced to people. Good luck then.
He's going to be a little bit of a pistol here.
Yeah, and his hair is already all over.
I'll take those. Thank you.
And these two.
And those two. All right, that's what we have for you, Asal. That's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good.
All right, and Karen is up next. And I see Karen has given us a question.
Hi, Karen. Good to see you today.
So I'm going to put in a fresh copy of the
Oh,
list.
sunny. Here we
All
go.
right, so Lena will be after Karen.
And Lena, I have her questions, so no worry there.
And Okay, Karen, that's an interesting question. I'm going to use my secret tarot because it would seem to be appropriate to sort of peer into this mystery.
Let's see. Let's do 3 cards just on that,
All right.
I think, rather than a yes, no. Boy, this grape is giant. Eating some grapes.
You're
Don't
welcome,
mind
Miss
me.
L.
As soon as you handed them to me, he rolled over more to take my space. I just want you to know that.
I see.
All right. You're not going to undermine me, Sonny.
So we're pretty much in the midst of the Mercury retrograde. I think it'll have another almost a week of movement, and then it'll start into its reflection back, which is called a shadow period. So if it feels like nothing's been working or nobody's been understanding or responding, that could be why.
Oh, and by the way, if anything should happen and our internet go down, just know we will try to come back up. We'll have to restart a stream though, so look for us and we'll do the readings in order. We've been having some issues during the Mercury retrograde.
All right, Karen, your first one is the reverse Two of Wands. And then there's the Page of Pentacles, Knave. That's reversed also.
Oh, that's right, Kara. I remember we were telling you there could be a change.
That's too bad. But, you know, that's pretty doable, changing that diet.
Right. It's something that is doable. That's what's important.
And then Karen's final card is the upright Knight of Swords.
Well, I don't see anything necessarily dark. Is there a darkness around you? I think it might just be a phase. I don't know why. When I see that Knight of Swords there, the Knight of Swords is kind of a fast-moving character. And I'm just going to say that for some reason, seeing him here in this reading just makes me think this is a phase right now. This is something you're just going through. And it's a period of uncertainty. You may feel like you have a lot of doubts or uncertainty right now with that Two of Wands reversed. Maybe things haven't been going your way, whether it's financial or in physical, maybe health areas of your life. But it's really a phase that I think will pass, or you know, you may have to make some different kinds of judgments or decisions that will make improvements happen.
If it feels like it's just, you know, very recently, then it could be attributed to the various planets that are retrograde and how they're messing with people's lives. But other than that, the Two of Wands reverse might say that you felt like really you were ready to move on to something new. You felt like you had kind of got some things together, and now it just doesn't feel right to do that, or it feels like there's some mixed feelings about doing that. And that reversed Page of Pentacles is also indicating mixed feelings, or maybe feelings of not getting it, you know, like sort of. And again, Mercury retrograde sounds like that too. Just sort of like not feeling like there's a connection made with things you're talking about or trying to learn. But the Knight of Swords seems to indicate this is, like Banshee said, maybe more transitory, and that this may move swifter and get behind you. It would be nice if that did.
You know, I was reading the Knave as the Knight, and I shouldn't have done that. It's actually the Page of Pentacles. And all I want to say differently about what I've said, Karen, is that maybe this is a matter of, you know, again, there could be some delays or some bad financial news, or you know, how should I say this? The wrong start as far as maybe physical or health matters go. You know, it might be that, you know, that you were planning on doing something different, something more healthy, and it's not happening. I feel here, though, that there is nothing super malevolent. I just feel that maybe some doubts and uncertainty have made you feel as though you're operating under a dark cloud right now. And like I said, and I love what he said because it's absolutely true. It probably could have a lot to do with the planets right now. And there's going to be even some more major astrological shifts going on in October, as I think like there's 5 planets in reverse right now, and I think most of them are going direct again in October.
Boom.
But then we have some eclipse activity happening. So this is a very topsy-turvy time, and a lot of people have been feeling very unsettled right now. Let's see what the Lenormand says.
Okay, Karen, so I got your Lenormand here. And your first card is the birds. It's for the birds,
Yeah,
right?
the birds again in a different deck, yes.
And then it's followed by the book. So I think that maybe you could be finding out that maybe people have been saying things about you, that maybe somehow these words are triggering you either in your subconscious or through dream associations or through psychic feelings here. But maybe what's bumming you out is the idea that maybe you're becoming aware or you're feeling aware that maybe some people are just saying things you're not favorable.
Well, sometimes the birds are exactly that. They're about gossip, you know. But I wonder here, too, if maybe as you talk this out, like you're talking this out with us right now, and I don't know if you're sharing this with anybody else, like family or friends, that you just feel something is off. I get the feeling through dialogue in some way or some communication, you're going to get to the bottom of this. You're going to get to the bottom of what's going on here and be able to, as the Knight of Swords would indicate, move on, move on into a better frame of mind or more peace of mind, etc.
So any way you look at it, some of this is about communications and maybe the things that are not said and or said, with maybe vagueness to where you're intuiting things that could be right, but maybe are not necessarily contributing to this feeling.
So that's what we have for you. Good luck with that,
right,
Karen. I hope that made sense.
Good luck.
It really, right now, did not look like darkness was surrounding you.
No, I didn't. Right, nothing other than, maybe just some moodiness or some...
Or planetary brouhaha, which could be affecting you, definitely. There's a lot of people right now who have been saying on Twitter that they haven't been able to sleep lately, that there's been very unsettled feelings. I've been kind of a part of that. I have felt that too. So some people are thinking maybe it's just indicative that some shoe is about to drop somewhere, something's about to happen. Not sure, but maybe you're picking up on some of this energy too.
That's interesting too, because I'm normally not, in my mind, getting exactly the kind of sleep I want, and so I want to sleep in later, but I just seem to keep getting up early-ish. And I know as it gets more into the season, it'll accentuate, actually.
Well, it's interesting because I've been getting up earlier now a little bit.
Yeah, you're weird.
I'm weird. I know I am. I know. All right, so Angel Rivera's here. Hey, Angel Rivera, I'm using, we got a Shadowlands Lenormand, and I'm also using the Santa Muerte Lenormand. Very cool. Perhaps you can help us with some of the words there. We're getting, actually, I should know my Spanish.
Okay, so Lena's next, and she wants the general for the next 4 months.
All right, yes,
everybody's
I got that.
having sleep difficulties according to the chat.
Oh,
yeah.
People have been talking about this.
The
it's changing
season, probably.
Well, I was wondering about that. I was also wondering if I was just picking up on this nasty hurricane stuff, that it was going to be a bad one. I get very unsettled, particularly where weather stuff goes.
All right, so we're on Lena now, and I'm posting the list. Susie will be up next. I noticed that they wrote a question.
On the wish list, yes. You knew we would get it? I don't know how you would know. Yes, I had to have it. It's just beautiful. It's really nice. They give you 2 male and female figures, two of each. And I put the other 2 in the box. I wanted to use the ones that I've got out, but it's really a very colorful, nice deck. Well, it kind of rounds out my Halloween decks for sure. All right. Okay, for Lena, we have the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups is reversed. We have the 10 of Swords reversed. Oh, man. We have the Ace of Wands reversed. Gee, Lena. Let's see what I can tell you here. Well, I can tell you that the next 4 months are... I don't know, it must have been somebody else I was telling this to, but for some reason, I don't know why I was thinking it was you, Lena, but it seems as though it's almost like a period of recovery of some sort. The 10 of Swords is reversed here. You're now able to move on, and maybe, I guess I'm going to start here. I think I need to start here with the beginning. Sometimes I like to start with that middle card, but the beginning makes more sense here, Lena. I really feel like, within these next 4 months, you're going to realize that you have been stuck. You have been kind of thinking, you kind of wanted to move forward with your life, but something keeps pulling you back. It's almost as if something keeps pulling you back and you just don't feel that impetus to move yourself forward. The 10 of Swords seems to indicate here that use this time, use these months ahead to really kind of recover yourself. Pull yourself together, bring yourself around to the fact that really it is time to move on. There may be some missteps as you do this. You might make a few gaffes along the way, a few mistakes, but that's part of learning and growing. You just got to do it.
Well, it's kind of interesting. That's that 8 of Cups there, right?
Yes, right there.
I'm wondering if what's keeping you locked or making you feel like you can't move or you want to move back is the idea that this work is not done yet. Defeating the problems or finding a way to end certain problems that maybe you feel still are plaguing your life in some way, or there are just certain things that their non-resolution, Lena, just really leaves you incomplete, really feeling like you can't totally pick up the reins and start new things because you just feel you haven't really completed something that you really want finished. And it's important because it's enough to make you want to stay behind or not really progress yourself.
That's true. It's possible here to, the other part of the 8 of Cups is that idea that there's some unfinished business maybe that's drawing you back. And until you can do what you need to do, whether it's heal old wounds, whether it's speak some words to somebody, whether just tidying up loose ends, you've got to do that before you can truly move on. It just seems like things are not starting for you until you do that. So let's see what this Lenormand has to say. Oops. If I can shuffle them. All right. Ah, it's the cross. Is that La Cruz?
Yes.
Las Nubes and the Clouds. It's interesting because, yeah, is there some unresolved grief or sorrow that you need to let go of before you can move on? The cross is definitely kind of about that. And also the dark side of the clouds are facing the cross. It's as if some type of depression or grief or sorrow has got a hold of you so that, it's very difficult to move on. And, I don't know if this holds true for you, Lena, but I can tell you, at least here, because it's the dark time of the year here, that oftentimes people start to dwell on the past and can get gloomy and depressed during this time of year. So it might just be a seasonal thing, but it just seems as though you're holding on to something that you really need to let go of in order to move on.
Well, Lena, I think it's very true. I think there's just something here that holds on to you, and you probably understand what it is, and maybe you're just not really ready to process that yet. But at some point you will have to be. The sun is coming up on the horizon there, and just like it is too in most Ten of Swords cards, the sun dawns a new day.
Here it comes.
And so the sooner you are able to move towards that day and leave other parts behind, the more progress you'll be able to make.
Right. You know what else I like about this deck, Angel, is the way they also emphasize the cards, the playing card association. It's nice. Yeah. So that's what we have for you, Lena. Good luck with that. It's just maybe a time to, start burying the past and moving on. And if burying the past means tidying up some loose ends, saying something that needs to be said, letting go of something, then you just need to do it. All right,
so Susie is on, and Susie has asked the question, what thinks the Pisces about the Capricorn, Asika?
Okay,
so
what is
Ace is the Pisces, Asika is the Capricorn. So that would be my deck.
About the Capricorn. Okay,
and I'm going to use my new tarot, new here, new tonight. And it's one you gave me, darling.
Yes, he's using another deck I was going to sell in an event, but he is using it, the Olympus deck.
And it's the Olympus Tarot, yes. Oops. Zeus.
I think I'm going to use that deck next. Okay. Sometimes we have to be out with the old and in with the new, but Mr. O has less decks than me. So if I'm going to either sell a deck or purge a deck from the collection, I'll always ask him first.
All right, Susie, and we're on your question, whether Asa, the Pisces, likes the Capricorn?
Yep.
Yes, Asa Pisces, Asika Capricorn. Got it. What they think.
Wipe your eyes off.
One thinks of the other.
Oh. Give me that back. Thank you.
I like Greek yogurt. Yes, we have the question.
Oh. Well, we hope Violet's getting a good rest tonight.
Yeah, certainly.
She has earned it.
And this is when we know we really love her because, of course, we're now doing the list. Hopefully things will work out okay. Yes, okay. Thank you, Susie. I think we understand.
There you go. I knew you'd like this deck. I knew you were going to keep
You
this one.
knew that.
Yep, I did.
All right. So the reversed Ten of Wands. I like it.
10 of Wands?
Yes.
Okay.
The upright Ten of Cups.
Wow, 2 10s.
How
okay.
And then the Hermit. Well, I'm wondering if he thinks that she's too much of a hermit in some ways, and maybe, but on the other hand, maybe he thinks that she needs to release herself from burdens or things she uses to hold herself back. Maybe she uses certain, maybe this is what he thinks. It's not necessarily true, but maybe he thinks she holds back her happiness by trying to say, I need to be a hermit or I need to be alone.
Well, I think when I look at this card, I'm thinking in terms of that maybe he thinks that she makes him feel really lighter, you know, that he feels like maybe that he feels less stressful around her, less like he could, like she helps alleviate some of his stress, makes him feel better about things, maybe also helps him in some things that either he can't do for himself or he needs help with. And you know, it could be any number of things. I mean, but also this 10 of Cups here. I mean, this is very positive. He may be thinking, if they're not married, you know, of starting a family maybe, or getting married. He might think that she's the type of person that he would want to marry. I wonder about this. And see, again, I wonder here if he just thinks there's something very wise or knowledgeable about her that he feels he can learn from. It's kind of strange, but I kind of feel that way.
Well, maybe, you know, he feels that she could draw him out of his own hermit.
Well, that could be. That could be.
Interesting.
I think this is very positive overall. I just feel this is like...
He is just a friend.
Oh, he's just a friend? Okay. Well, I feel here he can learn a lot from this person. And the 10 of Cups is a card of real happiness. And I feel here that, you know, with these two cards together, he feels a lot lighter and happier around this person.
Well, somehow the happiness that she makes him feel draws him away from his oppressions or his problems, and maybe away from, you know, his more serious side. So she gives him a little levity in some ways, or something else to think about than just himself. So I'm going to draw the Lenormand, Susie. They both look like a scythe, but it's not.
Okay.
So the first one is the scythe, and then the second one is the lily. And
oh, yeah. Yeah, I see what you're saying there.
Right.
It's just a...
Well, I think that in some ways maybe he does feel he's learned some things from her, and that he's felt that the things he's learned were growthful, but also helped him find ways to change his life or to manage his life better. That as a friend, maybe there were things she can help him with, or that he feels she can help him with.
Yeah, this is a real odd combination. I wonder here, too, if maybe it's the other way around. What do you think, like a person she...
I guess he thinks she's a helpful person.
I think he thinks she's helpful, or just somebody who is also fun to be around. I almost get that here too for some reason, because sometimes the lily, well, the lily can be about innocence, but the lily can be about, well, when I see this two together, I immediately thought, oh, he thinks she cuts away from some of the seriousness, like you said.
Yeah,
I almost felt like it went with the Hermit card there. In other words, I think they have a really good time together. I think he thinks she's just a nice, fun person to be around. If it's nothing more serious than that, if they're friends, I just think he enjoys the company, and I feel that he feels a lot lighter around her, a lot less serious. I'm going to have to go with that, because now that I see these, that just made me look at a couple things differently there. But there's happiness here, there's joy, and there's a feeling of lightness about it.
Well, with the releasing of the Ten of Wands and then the Scythe, it just sort of looks like release there too. Maybe he feels their friendship allows him to be more of the self he wants to be.
I'll go with that.
She's a friendly person to him.
And that's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
All right. Well, thank you, Susie. I hope that was helpful.
Okay, Adritz is up.
You're welcome.
Hey, Adritz, welcome.
You're welcome. And Adritz is up.
We'll give Adritz a moment.
Yeah, so I'm going to remind everybody to watch the emotional exchanges tomorrow. I'm actually pulling 2 cards for the elements before I do the one word for the zodiac. And I say I spelled zodiac wrong. Oh, well. But the first card is the opportunity. The second card is the challenge. And then I'll read 1 card each for each sign of the zodiac. What's up?
We'll give Adritz another moment or two. We know sometimes we have a time delay. All right, I'm going to grab another grape. Grape break.
Grape break.
Also, I have the Crow Oracle here if anybody wants an Oracle reading on their turn. And I also have my Unshakable Inner Peace Oracle cards.
And we don't have a moderator, so if you're not here and we give you a couple moments to answer, but then you come back later, we may be able to include you in a lightning round once we get through all the other established readings. We'll just have to see how we're doing with time and stuff. So
okay, this is the last call for Adritz.
Right, this is, and we have no fancy countdown like Violator. Sorry.
Well, we have no fancy countdown, but we will have to say, okay.
And
let's move on to Anthony.
Anthony's right in line, so that's very cool.
October is the month where you start to make some friends around in California in your new area. Okay.
All right, I guess it's you.
What?
It's your deck.
I am.
Mm-hmm. I know.
I'm using this Witch's Tarot, which is another deck I was a little on the fence of. It's Ellen Dugan's deck. I'm giving it a shot. I'm trying it today. I've had this for a little while. I kind of like it. Just haven't used it that much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Mr. O, shuffle. Silly. You silly guy.
3 cards?
Yeah. Let's see what October's got for you. The Nine of Pentacles is reversed. Uh-oh. Empress is also reversed. Oh, now, come on. And the Five of Swords is reversed.
Do you hand the deck to me upside down when you're done with it?
No, I did not. I'd like to make that excuse. Well, the Nine of Pentacles certainly indicates you feel something is missing in your life. You feel like, you've gotten so far, but yet you're not satisfied. You're not happy. And obviously, it's maybe in the friendship department. Making new friends can be difficult when you move to a new environment. The Empress reversed also indicates a sense of feeling like you're blocked in some way, that you're stuck, and that right now you don't really see a way out of it. So to answer your question, October might be a little rough. Go on.
Well, the Nine of Pentacles to me sort of sounds like a getting out process because
That's true.
Because when it's right side up, it sort of sounds like somebody who's happy alone or enjoyment alone. So it may be suggesting to the idea of you wanting to get out more to, of course, meet friends, meet friends, make friends. And then that's the Empress reversed. That's sort of saying like in this idea of getting out more, you feel like this is self-care of a sort, that this is, trying to figure out what you can do to take care of yourself or make yourself feel good, comfortable, but also be out there. So the only question really is that reversed Five of Swords, and it may seem like just it's really well, the worst case scenario would be you might meet somebody who is not a good friend at all. But it really could just be saying, too, this is really going to be a difficult process despite the fact that your energies and intentions are right on.
Well, I like that, too, only in that Empress can indicate that. The idea that, you really want to take care of yourself here. This is very self-oriented in a way kind of card. And with that Nine of Pentacles reversed, it kind of indicates, yes, you maybe do want to get out from your environment and do more. And you realize that it would probably be in your best interest to do it. But to me, with that Five of Swords there, I just never look at that as a positive card either way. I just kind of feel like you're kind of between a rock and a hard place right now. It's just like you're stuck, from doing that. So maybe this is more a time to get yourself more together, do things that are really more with your own self-interests in mind. Maybe some exercise, maybe going out to different venues that you yourself want to do, even if alone. You'll circulate more, you'll get out there, and it might eventually open those doors for you anyway. But the problem is that it seems like things keep in October anyway, getting in the way of that a little bit.
Well, what I really don't like about that reverse Five of Swords is that the other cards talk about maybe the potentiality of getting out, of taking care of yourself, of maybe meeting people. This one sort of says like, no, don't meet people. People are gonna stab you in the back. People are gonna be mean to you, rude to you, cause fights with you, or strife or stress. So it really is like a mixed bag, saying
point.
like once you go out there, you may realize that right now is not the right time. Maybe it's just something in the air, I mean, there's a lot of tensions as we move closer to, the election or whatever else is going on.
Well, let's see what the Lenormand can throw out there. El Arbol, which is the tree. There's those darn clouds again, Las Nubes.
But this time, the light side is towards the tree.
So I think this is really a good time, Anthony, to more or less get your own head together, maybe do some things that are more learning oriented. But when I say that, I'm thinking more learning light, like go to the science museums, go to the art galleries, go, maybe learn about the area that you live in even more, find out more about it. Find out, if you haven't already, explore some of the places that people say are the best places to go. Not necessarily for relationships, but, just our sights to see or things to do in your area. Maybe that's what this is about. Clearing up any, just kind of lightening things up a little bit and doing things that, will help you maybe acclimate even more to the culture there and the environment.
Well, sometimes the tree can talk about health and the body.
That's true.
So I'm wondering too, you got the white clouds going towards there. Maybe this is saying too that, when you focus on yourself, you may find out that there is a health concern. It's not a big one. It's really a light, fluffy one. But maybe it would be saying like there's something else for you to concern yourself with rather than, trying to get out and meet friends. Maybe there is a health thing you should find out about. Maybe you should visit a doctor if you have any mild complaint even, because maybe there's something there you need to know about.
And another thing I would just add is, because this is the lighter side of the clouds, Anthony, it's just saying, you know what? Lighten up. Things will grow in time. Friendships will grow in time. It's going to take time now for you to establish those roots and grow that tree where you live right now. So that's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
Good luck, Anthony.
All right. So we're on Laura.
All right.
Hey, Laura.
You're welcome,
Hey, you're
Anthony.
welcome. I was afraid there I was going to get an anchor. But that didn't happen. Yay! Well, let's see how it goes, Laura. It sounds good. Your deck.
Oh, wow. Good for you.
I'm letting my tea get cold.
Good luck in school, Laura. That sounds great.
Absolutely wishing you the best.
Oh, wow. That's kind of interesting. Anthony.
Yeah, it is funny. That is funny.
I'm not sure what it meant.
Well, it might have
You're
meant
welcome.
let's see. We can spin this. What it might have meant is that you found the perfect place to set down that anchor.
There you go.
Yes.
Better than mine, probably.
Mr. O's doom and gloom spin or my positive one? Hey, well, I can be
It's
pretty
called
doom and gloomy.
scorpionic.
Here, take that back.
Into every life, a little scorpion must sting.
Oh, there's a card upside down. Okay.
Why did you do that?
And there's more. What happened here? I didn't do it.
I'm sure you did.
I did not.
Do you want me to start over?
No.
If that's what you want to call it.
We get your singing. Well, yeah, if you want to call it that. Don't sing anything.
Mr. O, can you sing alto? Alto range of hearing? All right, let's get back to Laura here. And how's it going to work out with school? All right. First card.
The star's reversed. Maybe you have a few doubts.
Two of coins is upright.
But look at that.
Four of cups is reversed.
All
so
right.
this is a good card,
This
actually.
is actually a good reading, really, because, I look at this and obviously you're maybe a little pensive. You have some doubts or worries or concerns, perhaps, about, various things. If it's not the direction you're going, just how it's going to go for you. The Two of Coins indicates, though, that you seem to have no problem juggling and balancing things in your life and making things work for you. And ultimately, I really feel that this is going to turn into a great opportunity for you. It may open the doors to other opportunities.
Well, some of this is a little different in my estimation, but it's not really that bad. The star reverse may indicate, the sense of wonder or awe, or the idea, that of course you may be starting after some time or even a little time. You're going to need to kind of get your bearings straight. But actually, it won't be. Thank you, Mr. Sunman.
I caught
Too
him.
bad, because like Banshee says, the Two of Coins is really about balance and precision, and there's a sense of agility here too, the way that the person is standing, because it may be saying, you still have the rest of your life to think about, whether it's relationships or your living situation. You have to put it all together, and that's where the Four of Cups comes in, Laura, because I think what this is saying is that the experience and the discipline of going back to school, putting your time into that, is really going to focus you towards a goal. There are probably a few things that you have been thinking about. What can I do to best maximize my potential, or further my skills, or deepen the growth I'm trying to do career-wise, otherwise? These answers may come clearer to you by the process of being involved in this program. So even though the start may be a little bit wonky, like maybe there are some things here that just will make you feel doubt a little bit. That's the star reversed. It's a bit of doubt there. But the rest of it's actually pretty good.
Right. I think it's great. So, Lenormand time.
Thank you. Yeah, Sonny's cute, except when he knocks things over, Laura. But now we're going to look at the Lenormand and see what happens here.
He's purring on my arm right now. Aww.
Well, I'm like that as a student, too. I still have, Laura, a recurring nightmare from something like from about 20 years ago, where there was a class that I never properly signed out of, and they kept coming after me for the bill, and I had to explain to them what happened. I still have this nightmare. All right. I like that. So this is kind of misleading in a way, because you have the child, and then you have the brooms. And the brooms are the whip, right?
Yeah.
So one thing is saying, maybe put your child's wonder, child's exploration, child's dreaminess into the matter. But the other one's saying you have to also, seize the opportunities as they come to you, the opportunity I said. And to me, when I saw them in the beginning, I sort of saw it like one is saying, go slowly, but stay away. Or, it was like misreading symbols, like go fast, come close. I know that doesn't make sense.
Well, it is kind of, I can see why you say
A
that.
misleading symbol.
It is kind of contradictory. However, when I look at the broom could have various meanings depending on the cards that it comes up with. One is that it's a sweeping motion. You know what? You have to, I feel like here it is saying you have to sweep out any of those those feelings that you are small here. The feelings that you are small and you are insignificant, or that you can't get through this, that, sometimes too, people like to make themselves small when they feel insecure or have doubts. This is a time for you to aggressively pursue this education. So don't allow yourself to be small. Allow yourself to be noticed and recognized. That's another thing about the child, because children are small.
That was just most wonderful, in my opinion.
Why, thank you. Thank you, Mr. O. Is that a fist bump?
Yes.
So think about it that way. I feel here the broom also could just, broom can talk about aggressive acts or swift acts, and it's just saying, hey, this is no time to really go slow and to be small. This is a time to stand tall and show the world what you got.
Ride high on the broom.
That's right.
Thanks,
Good luck
Laura.
with that.
Good luck. You'll have to keep in touch and tell us what's going on.
Hey, Valerie, are you still here? Welcome to the show. It is your turn.
You're very welcome.
Hey, wishing you lots of luck with that.
Hi, Valerie.
Oh,
You
good.
might want to. I know
Hi,
you wrote
Valerie.
a question earlier, so you might want to repeat that for us. There you
There
go.
it is.
Thank you. Thanks, Laura. Definitely want to know.
Ah, so they want full custody, and you want to know if he's going to do that. Let's
Blessings to you.
see. I know. This one.
Okay.
Let's do 3 cards, and if we need to, we'll do a yes/no on that.
All right. So we're on Valerie now, and Gina will be next.
Okay, Mr. O. Shuffle.
All right.
Here you go. Gina, I'm gonna check my list. Mine. Mr. Maurice. Mama T will be at the end though, right?
Right.
I know to move her down when.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
And I don't think anybody else has come in, so we got what we got.
All right. Well, we're doing good. We're doing good time-wise.
Indeed.
Okay, we have the Eight of Swords reversed. Interesting, we have another 8 reversed. We have the Eight of Wands reversed. Oh, it's the Lovers reversed. I had to think about that a minute. I don't know why. It should have been clear. The Lovers reversed. Oh, goodness. Well, we may want to do a yes/no on this just to clarify, but I feel here that somebody is trying to make a move or a maneuver here. So I don't know. I'm not really clear. Let's see. If you want this, your husband to, or your son's father to gain full custody, but it clearly shows here somebody is trying to make a move or maneuver and feels more confident in doing this now. But I think there are some stumbling blocks here. Maybe it's I wonder if it's just a wrong decision or choice. I'm looking at this together here. The Lovers reverse can sometimes indicate making a bad choice. This would not be the right thing to do. And I do feel that I wonder if it will fail. I wonder if this is saying it will fail. What do you feel? I'll explain why when you're done.
My initial impression is, especially with the Eight of Swords reversed there, Valerie, is that maybe they had been taking a back seat in some ways. They had sort of been low-lying, but now they maybe are taking a different approach, the approach that you're indicating. But I feel like they are wasting their time or they're wasting their resources.
That's what I feel.
That's the Eight of Wands. I don't know that it's so much because of what abilities or skills you have, but maybe because it ends up being a court's decision where they try to look at things and say, whose interest is it really in? Is it in the child's interest? Is it in anyone else's interest? So I do feel that ultimately this may be viewed as a bad decision, and that maybe it sort of reveals the idea that it's one-sided on their part. They're obviously trying to avoid something else by doing this. Maybe it's paying alimony or child support, or maybe there's something else going on that I
think that this is just very poor decision. You know what? We're going to follow up with a yes/no and ask if he will succeed. This to me right now is indicating what he's trying to do. And I really feel here that he's definitely making a move. it looks like it's a really bad choice because, you know, joint custody is so much fairer and so much more equitable. And this is about a bit of an unfair or a negative decision. And this, like Mr. O said, almost sounds like he's wasting his energy. Or why does he want to upset this apple cart like this? Why does he want to do this?
Well, obviously the mother doesn't care about you or your concerns in this too, because you mentioned that there.
Let's try and see. Let's do a quick yes/no on this. You know, and remember, the tarot is a snapshot in time. You know, it may tell you something, but you might be able to change things, or different circumstances might change over the course of time. But let's try a yes/no, and I'm going to ask if he is going to be successful in this. Let's see what it says.
And then we're going to also throw the Lenormand cards too. That
Yeah. Well, I'm so sorry you're going through this, Valerie. It's a rough situation. All right, let's see what we get here. It's leaning towards no, that he might not be successful in this. This is really somewhat interesting. We have the Devil card upright. Now, when we get an ace, that lets us know if there's going to be, if the answer is yes or no. The more aces means yes, the less aces mean no. So it's leaning towards he may not be successful in this. It's interesting because there's a very positive card here. So I don't know if he is going to... It's kind of an odd card. I don't know if some agreements, some different kinds of agreements will be reached that everybody will be happy with. But I really am worried and concerned about this card right here, the Devil. I almost feel he's really obsessed with trying to do this. He really wants to do this. But possibly for the sake of, I don't know if it would be the children or some other kind of harmony, he may not succeed. Or is it something else, Mr. O? Do you see something else there?
Well, I think he is very obsessed about this, and maybe that's the mother's role, your former mother-in-law or the mother-in-law.
Yeah.
But I do feel that maybe somewhere in his thinking, he does feel that this would be better for everyone, not just, him or the child. It doesn't indicate that that means he's right, because really he has conflicted thinking, and he may be really acting more on the behalf of the parent. This sort of suggests that he's being controlled a little bit too.
Oh, that could be. That could be. He could be manipulated into doing this. It doesn't, but according to this, it doesn't look like he's going to succeed.
No.
And what's really interesting about that other reading was it looked like he was wasting time or energy on this, that he should be putting somewhere else, frankly. All right, let's see what these cards say.
It's about the will. You've mentioned the will before too, so Okay, we're doing one last thing, Valerie. The stars. Las estrellas, the stars.
Estrellas.
And what's that? Death? No.
No, it's the lilies.
The lilies again. Okay, los lirios.
You know, I'm hoping here what this is saying is that cooler heads will prevail. Or it's possible that, something beyond, clearly it could be indicating that maybe some greater authority will finally have a say in this. Obviously, if it's going in the courts, it might have something to do with that. But I feel there's some hope here. There's hope here that, things will not turn out that way, that they will not get what they want. Boy, I truly hope so.
Well, when I look at the lilies with the stars, it sort of looks to me like hope evolves, hope grows. And it may feel like, as things go on, the longer things don't move over towards him, the longer you manage to maintain what you have now, the more likely it will stay that way and that hope will continue to grow. So I hope so too.
So the way the cards have been going is, remember, this is not a definite no, but it's leaning heavily towards no. And when we look at what we saw in the other cards, I can say it really is leaning that way. But there's a lot up to fate here too. And not fate, but obviously a higher judgment. So,
yeah,
it could just be, and I will say, there's somebody here who's either manipulating him.
It's his mother.
Right. Or, he is just obsessed with doing this for whatever reasons. So you are up against that. I wish you the best with this. And
good luck.
Feel free to come back and ask more questions, in the future on this if you need some more advice.
Absolutely.
Good luck, Valerie.
All right. Thank you, Valerie.
Hey, Gina.
Hi, Gina.
Hope things are going well for you. You sure can.
Bless you too, Valerie.
Oh, we hope you do. I can't believe what a great job she did on it. And okay, Gina, I gotta tell you. I might as well tell you now. I had to go way back in our DMs so I could find the couple of pictures that you had sent before of Welby so I could send them on to her to give her an idea of how to make that. I just wanted to let you know that. I had to dig. I said, I know you sent some pictures somewhere here. And then you might remember during one live show, I think I asked you what kind of dog Welby was. And that was just to make sure. So I sent her a picture of a full spaniel so she would know. I'm pretty sneaky that way, aren't I?
So after Gina will be Libra. I have no idea. She's really good at what she does.
She's good at what she does. Yeah, we really appreciate her a lot. Well, they're only I didn't have the full body of Welby in the pictures, but it worked. It just worked. The top of the deck is, something we all should do. Rest, renew, recharge. What does your body crave and need right now?
I love that background there. That's so interesting looking.
You are going through a massive shift right now. New awareness and energetic upgrades are occurring all around and within you. As a result, perhaps you feel more tired than normal lately. Is that what's going on with all of us? This is a time of grand inner work that for you. Going within yourself instead of pushing and trying to achieve is important in this phase. Give yourself permission to be instead of do. As you give yourself the time to rest, your body will renew itself and rejuvenate at the cellular level. All of what you've been working towards energetically, spiritually, and physically now want to integrate into your body. Think of this time as an upgrade. Just as your digital devices shut down to get their upgrades, the same is required for your body. Your body has infinite wisdom and entire universes of cells and organs working together to support your overall well-being. Bodies have the ability to heal themselves and transform moment by moment. Learning how to listen to your body is one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself, for your body has innate capabilities and is with you for your entire life. So take the time you need to rest, meditate, reflect. Your body needs it right now, is basically what it's saying. And whenever we go through major shifts, that's really important.
I had a boss who used to say when I went on vacation, come back refreshed, renewed, and revitalized, or at least 2 out of 3.
And with this idea of rest, relaxing and recharging, there's something else here. Don't run from the darkness. Embrace your shadow side. What aspect of yourself have you been afraid to look at or address? So, while you're relaxing, reflecting, and recharging, and getting ready for a major shift in consciousness or whatever, you have to come to terms with the shadow side. What might you not have been facing? Let's see what it says. When we go on a spiritual growth journey, we can easily fall into the trap of thinking life is supposed to be easy, especially when we are doing the work. We believe that if we are not happy and joyful 100% of the time, we're doing something wrong. But true fulfillment comes with living all aspects of your life. Highs and lows, peaks and valleys, light and dark. Darkness is not something to run from. It's only unhealed emotions that need more love. Embrace your shadow side. The unhealed wounds from your past, your childhood traumas, unresolved anger, and unprocessed fear, and work to accept the pieces of you that you despise. Only then can real transformation take hold. True peace comes from acceptance and seeing all situations with love. A big part of any personal growth journey is coming face to face with your deepest insecurities and fears. This is called the work. Many of us don't want to do the work because, it's work. It's hard and painful, and it feels impossible to understand. But when we do the inner work, often miracles happen. We heal, we grow, and we transform. True transformation happens when we look at the pieces of ourselves that we have been hiding from. I love that. It's an awesome card for your shadow show, Mr. O. But beyond that, I think here too that this is a time, if you're going to heal and recharge and regrow, rebirth, this is a time for you to accept all those parts of you, all those disparate parts of you that sometimes have been hard to accept. Now is the time to honor them with love. They have fed and nourished you, perhaps in ways you haven't realized. Have anything to add for the shadow side there?
Face the dark shadows.
Face the darkness. They have good cookies. Is that what it says? How does that
Come
go?
over to the dark side. We have better cookies.
Yes. Awesome cards. I love it. I love this deck, by the way. I read for myself frequently with it since I got it. I really enjoy it. So that's what we have. Oh, Lenormand, though. No. We got to do a Lenormand on this. Better cookies. Yes. Oh my gosh. Oreos are a guilty pleasure. I don't eat them much anymore. We go on occasional binges of them, and that's why we don't buy them, because you can easily binge on them. But they're coming out for the holidays with a Snickerdoodle Oreo.
That's just crazy.
That's just crazy. And I'll have to get some. I will. It's making me want to make some Snickerdoodles too. Ever since I read that. Or maybe my Snickerdoodle Blondie bar. Well, speaking of work, there's is that Charo? Barrow? I can't read it.
Zorro.
Oh, Zorro? El Zorro. Zorro? And El Libro. So, you know what? This is really a time to do that inner work, I feel here. Yes, that is the book, but it's about learning and growth, and we've been talking about a spiritual journey here. And so I really feel like now is the time to do that inner work and to, embrace the shadow elements as well. And what better time than this time of year? This is the perfect time of year for this kind of stuff. To meditate more, reflect more, come to terms with the darker elements of our lives, and make peace with ourselves.
Well, the fox really is kind of a trickster, shows up as trickster images. So, yes.
Thank you, Angel.
Thank you. So I think it is kind of interesting, it goes along pretty well with those cards, the oracles there, that this is really saying, the book, checking into finding out about those kind of shadow issues.
That's what we have for you, Gina. All right. Good luck with that.
Or just being foxy.
All right. Hey, Libra is up.
And Libra has asked, what are the numbers I've been seeing telling me? So I'm going to use my...
Something about what...
The numbers that Libra's been seeing, what are they telling her? Trying to tell her? So I'm going to use the Arthurian Tarot.
Foxy lady. You're welcome, Gina.
You're a sweet little heartbreaker.
Mr. O. What do you have against music?
There you go.
Even Sonny has said, I'm tuning out.
Yeah, he's so dead there.
I know. With his pickle.
Move those.
Maybe. I will. Of course I will. All right. There you go. Mr. O sings.
So the Two of Shields, that's the Two of Pentacles.
Upright.
Upright. And then the Ace of Pentacles upright.
Oh.
And then the Eight of Swords upright. So they're all upright. And of course, you asked about the numbers, and of course, 2 and 1 and 8 is 11, which is a master number, but is also 2. And of course, 2 is a highly intuitive kind of number. So in general, the numbers could be talking about your intuitive abilities and whether you're able to understand something. But on its surface value as cards, the 2 of Pentacles says you are working on balancing things. And maybe that's what the numbers are telling you, is to keep working on trying to order things. Numbers in order, numbers go in order. So there's an ordering sense here. The Ace of Pentacles maybe is saying this is time for you to really consider moving a project into more of a manifestation. So maybe there's something you haven't totally put your attention on, but maybe the numbers are saying this is a time for you to put a little attention on this thing. This is the thing that maybe can move ahead. The Eight of Swords is cautionary. It is saying that in all of this, maybe you have to be prepared or see the idea that sometimes you may be getting these messages, but you still may be cautious, overly cautious, holding yourself back. So the Eight of Swords is saying you may still feel unsure about this direction or about what these numbers are telling you.
So, I have this feeling I have to go this way. I just have this feeling, and I feel the numbers are saying to you, Libra, that this Eight of Swords here, the numbers might be saying there is nothing holding you back except you from starting something new, from creating growth in your life, from creating prosperity, some positive new beginning. It's on you. And you can do it. You hold the key to your own, if you feel like you're held back, you hold that key to release yourself. And here the Two of Pentacles is just saying, you can handle this. You can juggle things. You can make things happen. Maybe more than you give yourself credit for. You've got this. So why are you afraid? The numbers might be saying, now's the time to just do it. Just begin. And I'm going to leave it at that. And
All right, so we're going to do the Lenormand.
Do the Lenormand on that.
Yes. And after Libra is Divine, Mr. Maurice, Cara, Angel
Mary, Angel Rivera, and Mama T. You're welcome, Libra. We got the Lenormand for you.
Okay, so the first Lenormand, Libra, is the Moon, and then it's followed by the Fox. So these are kind of interesting because maybe this throws the idea into something about a relationship too.
It's either or. Yeah. I could see this as a new relationship because the Fox can be about sensuality, and of course the Moon is about romance. The Moon is also about success in the Lenormand, and the Foxes can be about a workplace or work. So whatever you're striving for here, we had these pentacles here. So I can't rule out the fact that it could be business or a project or a venture or a goal, but it could also be growth in a relationship as well. But all of that, any of these seem possible here, and this is just saying, why are you holding yourself back? You could do this.
Right. I feel this is really saying that now is the time. The Moon's energies may be bringing you success, whether it is in a relationship. And I feel like this is moving in that direction mostly because of the Fox. And maybe the numbers are telling you to not be afraid, to take a chance and try something different. So that's what we have
for you. Good luck with that.
Good
Divine
luck.
You. Hello.
Hi, Divine.
All right. And hey, we're getting towards the bottom of the list now. This is good.
Yeah. Well, Thursdays can be that way. So I'm going to mention again that Banshee's Material Matters is on Sundays, and you can get your weekly tarot keys to success in business education and finance. Just check it out.
Okay, we put a promo on Facebook and Twitter, but we don't have a screen here. But Mr. O is not tomorrow. Tomorrow's the last day of the month. But come October, he's going to be taking over my Far Out There Fridays. And for October, it's going to... very afraid. He'll be sharing some of his horror decks with everybody on Fridays.
There was no mic on that, so all that talking you did wasn't heard at all.
Well, join him for Frightening Fridays on our social media.
I'll try to add the mic to that scene so that you can talk.
I think he just wanted to shut me up.
I have other ways and better
And I
ways.
was just going to promo him.
Divine said she was on a call, so I wonder earlier she said that, so I
All
wonder if
right,
she's still on the
Divine,
car.
are you with us? Last call for Divine. And we'll move on to Mr. Maurice. Mr. Maurice, why don't you type your question? And either way, we'll get to you after Divine if she pops in, but it's possible Divine got called away. Well, Mr. O, that's the last time I'm going to try to promote you.
But that's why I made the screen, so I could promote myself.
Well, I made you a nice Twitter promo anyway. So
I know, and I will use it.
You will.
Mm-hmm.
So tomorrow, because I have 4 decks I'm rotating through for all my Oracle cards, but my Oracle deck, my 4th deck has not come in yet. It's coming in the first week of October. So yesterday, for tomorrow, I pulled another cryptid card. So look for that tomorrow. What is it called? The Charming Cryptid Oracle. So look for that tomorrow. It'll be fun.
Well, I don't think Divine is here, and I haven't heard from Mr. Maurice yet.
Mr. Maurice, are you with us? Mr. M. Let's give Mr. Maurice a moment then. Hey, we might move through this list even faster.
I'm going to take the moment to rearrange my list, too, because I see Mama Teresa's out of place there.
Yeah, Mama Teresa's going to be at the end.
Right. There we go. Looks like I did it.
Did ya?
Yes.
Oh. It takes a minute to pop up on my screen. Okay, Mr. Maurice, I'm calling one more time for you, and we'll have to move on.
And then it will be Kara. So, Kara, you can get ready if you'd like.
Well, we'll add Mr. Maurice in later if he comes back in time. So let's move on. Kara, go ahead with your question.
Likewise, Divine, if it's not too late. A General for Love.
Okay.
Your deck? Right?
Oh.
Mm-hmm. It is your deck.
It is my deck?
It is.
It is?
It is.
Are you sure?
Tizzy.
Oh, Mr. Maurice!
There he is.
How you want to do this?
We'll do Mr. Maurice first, and then we'll take Kara right after.
Kara will do you right after, okay? We'll get Mr. Maurice in on time here. All
Okay,
right.
so it's still your deck. Hey, Mr. M.
Glad you made it.
Sorry, Kara, you
Thanks,
understand.
Kara. Well, it would have been that way, so we're fine. We got your question in advance, so we know. All right, October for Mr. Maurice. That's okay. We know people sometimes
No,
have...
that's fine.
Yeah.
It's all good. Hey, don't we know about the bad or slow connections?
We're not going to jinx ourselves today. But should we go down, we will come back. Yeah, they're going to be reversed. Uh-oh. We got the Eight of Pentacles reversed. They're all reversed.
How do you do that?
I don't know.
You
I
had them
mixed
to me
these
upside down, I'm
things
pretty
up.
sure.
No, I did not. And it shouldn't matter. They're all mixed up. Look, this one's upright.
We only pull 3, though.
Oh, well, so
All right.
how did this happen? I will say this, Mr. M. Things are very sluggish in the work sector, in October. It just seems as though you're either lacking the motivation or the drive or the desire to accomplish things this month. And maybe it's because you're dealing with some difficulties, maybe because something you were hoping would happen has not happened yet, something new and growthful financially. The Knight of Swords indicates, too, again, there's this kind of, how do I want to say this? Well, I almost wonder here if you got to be a little bit cautious that you're not being overly sloppy or being called on your work in some way.
Well, I feel that this mostly relates to your work life.
I do, yeah.
And a lot of times I feel that your readings do seem to be more focused around your career or vocation kind of stuff. So that Eight of Pentacles reverse, maybe you have this feeling in October, or maybe this is what the environment is giving to you, is that they're not giving you work that you can do. You're not getting the work that you're trained to do, or you're getting work that's a little bit out of scope, or it's a little harder for you in some respects. So I don't know if that's a test or if it's just the way the work is going. It just isn't quite matching for you, and maybe there's something deliberate about that in a way. The Knight of Swords reversed is maybe acting like there's a sense of causing more upheaval in some way. So maybe the tasks levels are things that you're just not able to handle for some reason, or you're feeling like you have to handle them faster, and that's what's causing the problem. Maybe is you're giving a timetable to do certain work, like maybe there's a time studies being done. I've had that done on me. So then,
oh God.
So then with the Ace of Pentacles, though, it does feel like overall that's the idea there, that maybe the work, like she said, is just kind of sluggish, or it has obstacles or challenges.
Well, something's bothering me here as I look at this again. And I wonder if there's another situation where I have to go this way. Because I'm wondering here if some delay or some false start or something you were hoping to have happen or grow is not happening. There's delays, or there's maybe some decisions that have not been made, and it's really affecting you. It's affecting your production, your ability to get work done. It's very unmotivating for you. So it's just this thing's leading to that. I almost have a feeling when I look at these 3 cards.
Well, when I look at it from that direction, then you're right. I sort of feel like maybe the work situation seems like it's not really producing for some reason. It's sort of slowing down. Maybe there's a slowdown. And maybe there is this idea of trying to slow down or trying to make it work faster makes it slow down, like a paradox in a way. Like if you rush something, you make more mistakes, and so
it ends carelessness.
It ends up being sloppy, and then that gives the feeling like the work just doesn't feel satisfying, or like you don't feel your talents are really being used in the best way.
That's a good point, too.
You're welcome.
Well, some interesting stuff here. We have
Don't try the Spanish.
El Ramo or Amo. It's hard for me to
El
read
Ramo.
those letters. That's
El Ramo,
really what
yeah.
part of the problem is. And La Torre.
Adam Latorre.
La Torre. Well, that is the tower. And that's the flowers. This is really interesting to me, Mr. Maurice. Now, how do I figure this out? I'm really beginning to think here that this may happen later in the month. This is something that's saying that it's possible you may get a gift or a bonus or something from work. But for some reason, I can't see that happening right here. And so I wonder if it's going to play out over time.
Well, it's interesting because, of
Yeah.
course, we were wondering, why does it seem like it's about work? Well, it's the tower, so it is about work.
It
It's
is
about
about
your
work.
institution. And it could very well be that maybe what this represents is, you getting certain tasks that are really hard and challenging to you, but maybe when it's all over towards the end of the month, there is something nice that happens for you. Maybe it's a gift, a promotion, maybe it's a bonus, maybe it's somebody just saying, sorry we had to give you more work because blah blah persons aren't here, or whatever it is. So maybe there's a reason why some of this more difficult thing that we're seeing there happens. And so it is probably going to be rewarded, or at least notated that, you deserve a reward.
The only other thing I can factor into this, since we were giving you all this gloom and doom here, is this might be also a piece of advice in that it might be saying, really, you have to find the joy again in what you do. You have to bring back the joy and happiness. And maybe there might be some boost or some help from your institution that makes that happen. Or it's just something that you have to do. That's another way I could look at this, cards, but I really almost feel like something might be coming to you after all is said and done. Maybe you feel like you're spinning your wheels and nothing positive is happening, and it's very non-motivating for you, but ultimately something positive might be up by the end of October. I really don't think this is going to happen soon. I think it's going to happen later in the month.
It does feel like those are challenging cards for work situations. And second thought, looking at the Knight of Swords reverse, maybe just saying too that, you feel like you're really trying very hard and somebody will eventually notice.
That could be. I wish you luck with that.
Good luck.
Interesting cards. And things might be challenging for a bit of October as Mercury rights itself. All these planets get back into alignment. Like I said, it's really kind of a messy time right now we're all in. So good luck with that, Mr. M.
Good luck, Mr. M. And I'm going to take Kara's question for General for Love.
Yep.
And I'm using the Secret Tarot.
Ooh.
Because I like it when it comes to relationships and stuff.
And stuff.
And stuff.
Mr. Sunny is dead to the world here. Hey, you're always welcome,
You're
Mr.
welcome.
Maurice. I like it that way because he stays out of my way. Cute.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's not as exciting for everybody else when he's sleeping.
So true.
Okay. Go ahead, Mr. O. Egg beaters, no cholesterol. Well, good for you.
10 of Cups reversed. Why do you always give them to me reversed? Death reversed.
Hey, that's your deck. I did not turn them around. You stop saying that.
5 of Cups upright. Well, in general, there's nothing. It's very slow. I mean, Death reversed in the center there talks about stagnation. So this just seems to be a really slow time for getting to find people or moving ahead with relationships. The 5 of Cups there maybe suggests too is that there are other relationships that you're not paying as much attention to or you've forgotten about. They may not be the kind of relationships you're working for, but maybe you should just consider invoking those relationships again, those friendships. They may be supportive of you. The 10 of Cups reversed is indicating, along with Death reversed, that this is just not a fertile period for necessarily dating or even looking. It just sort of seems like there's stagnation and maybe, a little bit of your own attitude here. Like maybe you have a reluctancy to really put yourself fully into the game. So maybe you're thinking about, reasons why it won't work out or why you would not want to go to the bother. But some of that is just yourself, and that maybe if you are willing to look around, you might find that there is some ground there.
Well, yeah, I like this where he was going with some of this, Kara. I feel here the 10 of Cups certainly means some unhappy times or disappointments in the emotional department, but I wonder here if it's not tied into this 5 of Cups, in some way. I feel like things are kind of at a standstill right now, and that maybe you've been spending a bit too much time dwelling on past disappointments and past things that have not worked out well for you. And so it's kind of making you feel stuck right now, that you have, nowhere to go, that there's no opportunities before you. But as always with the 5 of Cups, you need to remember that even though some things in life may be spilled and, you aren't able to, they're gone, is basically what I want to say. You still have opportunities left. There is definitely something out there for you. It's just a matter of time, and it's also a matter of you, truly opening your heart to it.
Getting out of the cosmic doldrums.
Yes.
So now let's turn to the Lenormand.
Aww. What do we have here?
The Star and the Bouquet.
Ooh. Never give up hope, Kara, that happiness and joy, the love that you seek will come to you. Never give up hope.
Right, there's a spirit holding a bouquet on your doorstep. Go there right now. Look, open the door. There he is. Look. Ghostly flowers for you. But no, seriously, and would you like to wish upon a star? Remember that one?
Yeah, don't sing it.
Would you like to swing on a star?
I thought you were going to do that one. Upon a star, doesn't matter
who you are. We both forgot the words. Your dreams come true.
Oh my gosh. Sorry for that musical interlude.
I know.
However, I will say here that, this falls in line with that 5 of Cups. The 5 of Cups is not always, the 5 of Cups is not in and of itself a terrible card. What it is saying is it's easier for us to dwell on our losses sometimes than it is to look forward to future success. Sometimes we get so down on ourselves when things have failed, but there is hope. There is definitely something out there for you. It can't be clearer than that.
I like it. I really think that this is saying that maybe The gift to you is the gift to your sense of destiny, that maybe when you really, go into yourself and realize, I want to know where my destiny is, what you see there will give you hope, will give you the idea that your destiny is a gift that is always able to unfold, and it's never done. It's just going to keep unfolding.
And Sonny must have known your reading was done because he just left. That's what we have for you, Kara. Good luck with that.
And Angel Mary is up. Did Angel Mary leave us a question?
I don't think so.
They sometimes do,
Yeah, I know. Angel Mary, you are up if you are here. I'm going to go squish
I'm
back.
looking. Maybe not. You're right.
Nope.
You're right. So,
Okay.
Angel Mary, are you here?
Let's give Angel Mary a moment. As you saw, there are delays, so... All right.
And we will be back on Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for another 2 hours of our readings.
So how do you like this deck, Mr. O?
I like it.
It's adorable.
Like I told you yesterday when we looked at it, I said it reminds me a little bit of Edward Gorey.
Gory, a little bit. Yeah. Now that you mention it.
You're welcome, Kara.
You're welcome, Kara. Okay, another call for Angel Mary. Are you here?
And if not Angel Mary, then Angel Rivera.
Gene Simmons from Kiss.
I'm not sure what that meant. Does that mean that that's your dream? Like that's the star you're dreaming on? Or did he sing those songs that we tried to sing?
I hope not.
Well, I'm pretty sure he could sing them better than us.
Well, maybe.
Or at least at one point he could have. I don't know about these days, but... No, yes.
All right, let's move on to Angel.
No, yes, that helps, Kara. No, yes helps.
Let's move on to Angel Rivera. Angel Rivera, you are up. What you got for us? He sung Wish Upon a Star. I knew you were going to say that. Well, I'll be darned.
Todd Rundgren sang that song Neverland from the old Peter Pan
I remember that
show. Neverland.
Single card and see what Spirit has. All right. Is it my deck? It is my deck.
It sounds horrifying to think of Gene Simmons singing that song. I'll just have to be honest. I can't imagine it other than in a nightmare.
Silly. Shuffle and cut.
Okay, right, when they all did their solo albums, right.
Oh.
And of course, isn't Peter Criss the one with the... No, it's Paul Stanley's got the star in his face. He should have sung that song.
Wow, this is interesting. Look what came up in this deck.
Va-va-voom.
It's a 5 of Cups.
This is the top one, right?
Yep. And I'm grabbing the bottom one. I did it, and I'm sorry.
And now
It's
we
the
are...
Ace of Swords reversed. Well, this is interesting here, Angel Rivera. Look at that. So I feel here there's some despondency. There's some despairing over maybe something that you had hoped would be an achievement of some sort or some goal, some new goal that you could go after or pursue, and it doesn't seem like it's going to turn out for some reason. There's something maybe that you were hoping to accomplish or do, or maybe if this is work related, that you were hoping that, I don't know, the workplace would take on or something and you could get involved in it, but it looks like it's falling through.
It seems like it was a partial accomplishment, and maybe while you may regret what didn't happen, there may be some things that you can still rework.
That's true.
To possibly salvage it, but it feels like it's never going to be as successful as what it was intended. So this is about regrets that maybe an undertaking really didn't have what it needed to go the length there.
Yeah, let's not forget that there is something remaining here. There's at least, maybe something that you can take away from the whole experience. But it just looks as though either it's delayed or postponed, or it is really not just going to happen.
Right. So let's do the Lenormand. I'm looking at that card. I'm thinking of that one cover of the album by Roxy Music with the mermaid on the cover.
Oh,
a very sexy mermaid. But she is too.
I think I'm happy with this deck. I'll probably keep that one. I was debating
Excuse
it.
me. Oh, look, there's that again.
Yeah.
And that.
And that's different. So here is Los Lirios, which is the lilies, and El Jardín, the garden.
Yes.
And, I kind of like this garden, too, because it does show the sociality of it, the atmosphere here.
It's New Orleans.
So I feel here that, how does that fit with those two cards? Well, I almost feel as though maybe this is taking you in a different direction now. The direction where you will be maybe working. Maybe this is an idea too that, I'm wondering about this here now. Remember, I did say that something was left and could be worked out. It's like what you said.
I said
too.
salvageable.
Salvageable.
And I'm getting that strong feeling now looking at these other two cards.
Yeah, because that just hit me that maybe in collaborating or talking with others or pulling some other people into this project, it might have a chance.
Well, I think that the lilies means that it, although it's salvageable, it maybe has to evolve still. Like maybe pulling out the parts that still survived and figuring out how to make something greater from them. So in other words, some little bit of the business maybe didn't work out but could be used for something else. It's like when your boss doesn't like your idea, but then 6 months later he says, I have this great idea, and it was that one you had. Maybe.
That's most I could say here, other than, like I said, it could just be that, like I said, maybe some people out there that you collaborate with, colleagues or people in, the greater community, at work would be able to help you sort this out or fix a situation. Maybe this is just a matter of getting the right people, to help grow this. Help mature this.
Victoria, you came at the right time. You're the next person.
Yeah, Victoria, good for you. Hey, we can go until a little overtime tonight.
Right.
So at any rate, that's what it looks like to me. I don't know if this makes sense to you at all. But yeah, I do like this deck, I think, Angel. I have another deck, the Wizard's Tarot. I don't know what you think about that one, if you know about that one, but I'm not as happy with that one. I think that one might go, but this one's a keeper. So.
All right, Angel.
That's what we got for you.
And Victoria, as I mentioned, you're the next
You are next, so
You're
just
next.
go for it. We have actually one other person who likes to be read last, so we'll take you right now.
And let's see then. I guess I'll use my Olympus Tarot. You're welcome, Angel.
Welcome, Angel. So, I just want to throw out there, Divine You, are you here? Adritz, are you here? Those are two people that did not stay. I just want to make sure they are not here.
Get the vice versa deck. What's that?
Oh, I have the vice versa deck. I don't have it with me here now, unfortunately, but I have it.
Okay, so we're going to just do a reading about that.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my Olympus Tarot.
I do have it. I use it, but I haven't used it recently. I like it. I do.
We'll try to have it around for the next time.
I like the vice versa deck, but I like one of his decks better, and you know which one.
What is
The
it?
Tarot of Oppositions.
Oh, yeah.
I just like that one better. It's a similar concept, I think, but I like that deck better.
I used the Tarot of Oppositions on my Sunday night show called the...
Do I have it? What don't I have? Well, I don't have every deck. It's
I'm going to have
true.
to stop her.
I sold some of my old decks at our last public event.
Yeah, somebody was really happy. They were like, wow. They bought 4?
Well, I think they bought
3.
3 or 2. One of the decks was more expensive. They spent $40 on my decks, and one was a bit costly.
They want us to come and visit them because... Cut.
We keep arguing about who has more decks.
So I think they want to give us a tour of their tarot room. Then we'll have to invite them over here to see our tarot room.
Now, I don't have the Hello Kitty deck. Dang it. I should.
Okay, there is the 4 of Cups reversed. There is the Queen of Cups reversed.
So why are yours... Did I do it again? Did I flip them over?
I don't know.
He's accusing me of reversing all his cards.
There's the Chariot.
Upright.
Upright.
All right, so what is the middle one again? The Queen of Cups reversed.
Well, if this is about them, maybe they're a little bit bizarre in their brain. They're a little bit emotionally vacillating. They might have an overactive imagination on some terms, so they may imagine that they're more involved with people's lives than they actually are, or the opposite. Maybe they don't realize how involved they are in other people's lives. But the 4 of Cups reverse may be indicating that they are moving closer to maybe making a choice or to seeing things in a certain light or to understanding something above other things. And the Chariot says that maybe they are finding motivation to act.
Wow.
So the only question
Yes.
is that reverse Queen of Cups maybe indicates that they're just sort of a little bit emotionally vacillating, like they're pinging with energy of some sort, emotional energy.
I could look at this a couple ways. I know this is about Carl, but I'm wondering too if it's about, you and Carl interacting. But what I would say here is the 4 of Cups being reversed is about, Carl is looking for something new in his life, I feel. He is looking for some type of opportunity, something different, something to pull him in, something possibly on the emotional level, because, it is a cup card. But as Mr. O may have indicated here, it's like he feels as though he feels messed up emotionally, like either he just doesn't know how to open his heart once more. The Queen of Cups sometimes has problems with dealing with emotional issues.
Well, I think it's more likely that maybe they don't know if they can trust their feelings.
Possible.
That maybe they wonder if they're being overly imaginative. So, for example, does person A like me? Maybe they're misreading symbols and they think person A really likes them when actually it's person B because they're also misreading those symbols, that kind of thing.
But it seems like he wants to move towards something. He's at a point now where he really wants something to take off in his life. He's ready to put pedal to the metal, so to speak.
It looks like he wants to ride the bulls naked. And I'm not sure that's a good thing.
Excuse Mr. O. The other thing I would say, Victoria, is that he might be looking at an opportunity with someone right now, but it's possible too that he is concerned about,
Good point.
this person maybe becoming too attached. I don't know why. So I'm just going to throw that out there as a possibility. But let's see what your Lenormand can add. That might make me look at this differently. But I really like the first thing I said more is I really feel he has problems in dealing with emotional issues. And it could be just the fact that he doesn't know how to open his heart anymore. It might be closed off due to some past experiences.
So I'm using this new, what is this called?
Shadowlands Lenormand.
And it's
really
about a year
old. I just bought it though.
So you have the snake.
Yeah.
And then it's the crossroads. So
Okay.
and it looks like a little devil there at the
Wow.
crossroads, a pitchfork.
Yes, it does, doesn't it? And for a demonologist, I guess, But at any rate, crossroads here, I get the feeling that he is at a crossroads here in that he is not sure whether to trust. The snake is about deception. The snake is about, feeling that they're worried about deception. They're worried about being taken advantage of, perhaps. They just feel like they're at a crossroads because of that. They're not sure how to trust, which might go back to the Queen of Cups there.
Right. There's also the feeling, too, that maybe if there is this emotional imbalance, that they might be wondering if they are being deceived or if they are deceiving themselves, that maybe they're at the crossroads within their mind of not understanding themselves at the level of anything. So they probably need a big dose of confidence in themselves. That thing you said about, he thinks his twin is more attractive than him.
They're identical.
It sounds like they're sort of wallowing a little bit, but they're nearly there at the point of really taking charge.
Taking a chance. I don't know if it's taking a chance, but literally taking charge. Yeah.
So it may be that they're just needing a little bit of self-confidence that maybe you or somebody else can actually provide. But I think it really is clear, too, that they're a little uneasy about trusting their own perceptions or whether they feel they're being deceived by various people and situations.
They're just not sure of the road to take because they hesitate. They lack the trust in themselves, maybe, too. It may not even be about the person. It may be that this is, like you're saying here, he's deceiving himself. He thinks his brother's better than him. He doesn't have a lot of confidence in himself. But I do feel like maybe now he's looking at opportunities that are being presented and thinking that maybe it's time to go for it.
So you say, how do you proceed if he's not speaking? And I pulled the bottom card. I just pulled the bottom card from that first deck, and it's the Seven of Cups upright. This may be saying, really, now is the time to sort of let them decide, to sort of let them process this stuff, and that maybe
That's a good point.
It's an idea about maybe setting back. Maybe you're playing not so much hard to get, but letting them work a little bit on what they're trying to process here, because I do get the feeling like, and it's not necessarily that there are other romantic choices for them, but there are just choices for them that are sort of, preoccupying their thoughts in a way that maybe they're not really sure what they should be pursuing.
Yeah, you know what? I have to agree with Mr. O on this. It's like it's up to them to make a decision now. They're confused. They're confused, and it's possible too, I have to caution you that if you push somebody too hard, they may put the brakes on instead of move forward because they're just confused right now. They have to sort it out. You've given them enough info. You know what? If you want to throw that last ILY out there, that's fine. But I would say then you've done everything you can. Now it is really up to them to make their mind up, That's what we have for you. Good luck with that, Victoria.
So thanks for dropping in.
Well, he's probably still, like I said, scoping things out because of these insecurities,
Yeah.
So, but really, you got to be careful because it's one of those things. Sometimes certain people who are insecure like that, if they feel they're being pushed into what they perceive to be a corner,
You almost missed us. We were almost ready to sign off.
Yeah. But no, we're on Mama T.
I know. But
Mama
it
T
was
gets a
close.
general.
It was close.
And I'm going to use the leaf deck. I heard that.
I heard that too.
Did you guys hear a meow?
Did you hear a meow, everybody? Sunman.
That was the whiner boy.
Sonny.
Aww.
Kitty, 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 kitty.
Victoria heard it. Well, it was not your cat.
Is it Toby, Memorex, or Sunman? We don't know. Aww.
Okay, Mama T's not with us. She went off to sleep. She wanted a general reading. We will do that for her.
I've always wanted to do this. The list is closed.
Yep. The list is closed. Yes, that was his sweet little whiny meow. Which he does when he's lonely or something. Hopefully that wasn't his I'm sick meow.
No, that was earlier today, and I've already
He did kind of throw
cleaned it
up
up.
stuff.
Thanks,
Yes,
Kara.
Kara. Thank you, Kara. The
You
list
can be the
is
next
closed.
moderator. We're drafting
Backup
you.
moderator. All right. And it's reversed. Did you reverse them?
I don't
So
know.
the Page of Swords reversed.
Oh, Mama T.
My goodness. And this came up before. The Eight of Cups reversed.
Oh, Mama T.
They're all reversed. And this came up before.
I riffled. You saw me do that twice.
I know, and I shuffled. Well, this is interesting. And, I can't help but think we're all being plagued today by some of the astrological stuff going on. We've had some similar cards. They haven't all been happy readings for everybody. And I just think there's something collectively going on right now. We had a lot of negative cards, cup cards in particular, in this last week for cards of the day. Well, Mama T, it looks like right now the Page of Swords is indicating that it's hard right now for you to, let me look at this with the Eight of Cups, to really kind of figure out where it is you need to go. Do you need to tidy up some loose ends? Do you need to revisit some things from your past in order to move forward? Because right now it looks like healing is trying to occur. It looks as though this card is saying it really is time for you to move forward and to let the past go. Let pain from the past go. But it seems as though you have a hard time deciding to get there. that, that you're holding on to something from your past that maybe is not serving you that well anymore. So whatever you need to do to let this go, it's time to do it.
Well, I'm looking at that Page of Swords reversed and the Eight of Cups, and I'm thinking you're kind of holding on to this idea that you needed to have the last word or the say so with somebody, and you won't let it go in a way. There's something you sort of feel like you were right about, and you just don't want to let it go. You want to have your word there and say, I was right about this. I want the last word here. That's what I'm seeing with those two combined. And so that's kind of holding you there too, because it may be the kind of situation that really you're not going to get that chance. It's really mostly about picking up the pieces and moving on. So I think you're in a situation maybe where you want to be able to take the higher ground, but someone's just going to say, no, just get out, just go on and get, and so you don't get to sort of celebrate that you were right or that you wanted the last word in a way. So that's what it's about. And I don't know if it's particular to any of the situations you have right now with your life, your health situations, or with, employment or stuff. But it seems to me like you're not going to get to say what you want to say. You just need to kind of move on to the next
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what the Lenormand can add to that.
El Snako.
Yes, La Serpience,
Serpiente.
And
Serpiente.
Serpiente?
Yes.
Is that a T in there? I thought it was a C.
Nope.
Okay.
And the garden.
And
Snakes
El
in the garden.
Jardín again, which is really interesting to me that this has come up in this reading. The serpent and the garden. And I could look at this as being, have people really, maybe some people who you feel have let you down, who have deceived you or manipulated things, you've got to let this go now. You can't let, and also maybe that's what you need to let go. Maybe what you need to do is do a little house cleaning. If there's people in your social media or people in your life who are not, having your best interests at heart or bringing you down, it's time to clean up a little bit. You don't need those kind of influences around you. I would also caution you that, I think I've said this before and I think I'll say it again. It looks to me like out there, whether it's in social media or whether it's in some social situations, you got to be careful that people don't try to take advantage of you, in some way. This could be scams, this could be trickery, this is things that, could be deceptive. So be wary of the people that you do business with and be wary of the people that you communicate with, and make sure, that they're really worthy of your time and energy.
I think this totally relates to the first sense of cards.
I think
so. And I think it's really saying that this is that situation that maybe you wanted to have your say-so or your final words. And I think this is just really saying if you do that, it'll probably not work out for you, that there's probably something more venomous in store that they might try to snap back at you. So it's really saying really avoid the situation and move on, like the other cards are saying.
Yeah, that Eight of Cups reversed. Don't go back to this. Don't go revisit this. What's done is done. Let it go. Otherwise, you might be setting yourself up for more of the same, if that makes sense. I hope it does. That's what we have for you. Not very upbeat. And I really feel here there were a lot of cards that were a little bit disappointing. This is just, like I said, the astrology right now is not helping things.
No, it is not.
No. So good luck, everybody. Hopefully things will change soon and things will start to get better.
And that is our show for the evening.
Indeed.
We clocked in just 20 minutes of overtime.
Want to thank everybody for joining us today. It was pretty lively. Sorry
Aw.
we couldn't read for everybody.
Have fun at your event, Victoria.
Oh, good. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Aw.
Well, we were at an event last week, and so we missed people for happy
We
hour.
missed people for happy hour last week. Oops, I'm putting this in the wrong box. So hopefully, though, oh, by the way, yes, by all means, those of you who can make it on Saturday, join us again for happy hour. We will be here. Mr. O is working Saturday, so we'll try to keep everything shorter. We'll see how it goes.
It's a built-in timetable. So you're welcome, Victoria and everyone, and we will see you on Sunday and happy hour.
Take care, everybody. Have a great week, despite the cards, despite the astrology, and we'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.